Yeah. So thanks everyone for joining. This is today's agenda. You might have received it in an email already. Before jumping into agenda, let me introduce myself. So my name is Jagdish. I'm the founder of Stockholm IT Academy. We call it SITA. We are currently working on rebranding ourselves. So far we have focused a lot on B2C services like offering training and mentoring services, but right now we are focusing on B2B services as well. So that's why we are rebranding. So you might have seen some um, differences in visual identity in our LinkedIn, our new website. So if you get confused with our visual identity at all, or with our name like SITA.dev and all, so we are in an experimental stage with our visual identity. So yeah, I have nearly 12 years of experience in IT. I started my career with a Bangalore-based consulting company that used to deal with Swedish companies. So they have sent me to Sweden first in 2012, and then again in 2015. I worked with companies like Brightstar, Apotek as an integration specialist. And then I moved to Sweden in 2019 with my family. Right now I live in Skarpnäck, Stockholm, the Green Line. My wife is also into IT. She's also managing director of the company. And yeah, I worked as a consultant. I worked into many things like middleware, DevOps, software testing. In between, I transitioned my career into software testing. I worked as a QA lead at Quinix. I worked at Svenska Bigchance with their search engine development. And right now I'm working at Telenor as a QA lead. That is my professional journey. So along with that, I have a great passion and interest in training, mentoring, and pushing people to start their career in IT. So I have nearly a decade of experience in training and mentoring people to start their career in IT. And I'm a big endorser of IT career paths. So if someone comes to me and if they are in dilemma whether to start their career in IT or not, I will push them to start their career in IT, because if you learn one tool or technology, you have a job for yourself anywhere in the world. So that's what I strongly believe, and that is also true. It's a fact. That's why I push. So it makes it a lot easier to find opportunities, no matter where you are, what background you have. And after coming to Sweden, I started this academy in 2020. So far, we helped more than 20 people start their careers. Most of them, it's their first job in Sweden, and it's their first job in IT. People are working in Enclare, SEB, video slots, and what else? It's telecom-based companies, some banks, Rusers, Swedbank. So I'll share more details in the presentation. And yeah, so that's a little bit about my background and about SITA. But there is a long story how SITA started and all, but maybe we can discuss about that in some other meetings or some other workshops. So we have also a YouTube channel where we conduct workshops, some free trainings for people interested. So if you explore, you will find more information about us a lot. Yeah. Then let's jump. As I said, I will not spend too much time digging deeper about each section because it will consume a lot of time. We'll try to keep the session short, 1.5 hour max, and we'll try to address all your questions as much as possible. So our vision is to help nearly 100,000 people start their career in IT, irrespective of their educational and professional background. Yes, and yeah, our mission is, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are from, we will help you to start your career in IT with the proper training and mentoring, and so that you can start your successful career. These are our values: empathy, passion, growth, support, and diversity. We have a very diverse team, and we also have the applicants from diverse backgrounds. For example, I can share with you, this is the application that we received from nearly 350 people as of June 22, but as of this meeting, we received more than 360 applications, and people are from different countries, different age groups, different visa statuses, and different professional statuses, and different educational and professional backgrounds as well. So, yeah. Yes. So what do? We, through this offering, through our academy, we make a dreamlike career in IT accessible to everyone. We have really very good success stories. People from completely different background, like medical background, teaching background, civil engineering background, joined us and started their career in IT. And so why we do it? Because we believe proper training and mentoring will transform anyone and their future along with their career. So we provide completely job-oriented training. We don't teach any tools or technologies that are hyped in the market. But what we do, we pick up designations that are evergreen, that have continuous demand, and we only teach those designations. So these are our services. We have Academy. Academy is our main offering so far, but as I said at the beginning, we are also trying to focus more on B2B, and we are rebranding, and that is the goal for end of this year. So we offer consulting, staffing, and outsourcing services like any other typical IT consulting and staffing company. We also have another service that is moved to Europe for people, experienced professionals, the tech professionals who wants to relocate to Sweden through a job. So this is our team. That's me. I'm founder, and Bilan Jama is our Chief Operations Officer, and Monica is our Managing Director and the mentor of Agile Tester team. Varun is our Creative Director. The presentation that you see now is designed by our creative director. All the brand identity and visual identity, and even the UI UX design course that we offer is also completely handled by Varun. And is our HR. Pile is also our HR. You might have got a mail or call from Pile already. So, so here is Pile. And we also have our team of trainers and mentors. Due to GDPR and other constraints, we did not share their details. But in next steps, you will get in-depth introduction of trainer and mentor along with the course curriculum and other details. Yeah. And yeah, so just make it interactive. I just want to know from you. Maybe you can unmute and talk, or you can also mention it in the chat. So if you are someone who is planning to start your career in IT, what's your plan? So what are you thinking? Yeah, if you don't have plan, you can mention I don't have plan. I'm just waiting for some inputs from someone. Yeah, please.
Can I? Yeah.
Yes, please.
Basically, I have some background like with the like with Java, but
Yeah,
the issue is that I have a very long gap, so it's very difficult to get in again with this like development jobs here in Stockholm, in
yeah,
Sweden. So
yeah,
I tried transition, like I tried like as in the UI UX like internship from like Accenture via some forage website, and I also did from BCG, but nothing worked as I see.
yeah,
And I also tried to look for a job, but that also didn't work. So I was just looking for something like this kind of like how you provide like a kind of academy wherein I can
yeah,
again like redo myself and like yeah, so it can be easy for me to get into the job.
yeah.
So that's how my plan is, and well, I hope
Yeah,
from you that from your academy that I get to know more, and I hope something I can start with maybe.
yeah, yeah. So basically, joining a institution or organization where you will have a organized learning in a direction. Yeah.
In the direction, and as well
So
it can be easy for me to get the job as well, because I see here like since I have a long gap, so I feel okay starting again with something. Say example for with the UI UX, which I was doing. Everywhere there is a problem that you have to have some minimum experience of maybe 3 or 5, something like that. So it's very
Yeah.
difficult to find job like this
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, like I feel that if you have some academic, like if you're already into some academic background, like if you're into learning, then I see that it is much easier to find some kind of internship or maybe something like that. So yeah.
Yes. Understand. Okay. So, I mean, some people already started asking questions like Nitya and others. So you can post your questions, but we have a dedicated Q&A session at the end. So if you don't want your questions to be lost in the chat, I would recommend post the questions at Q&A time so that I can read each question. You can also ask, unmute and ask. So Shilpa said she has no idea, maybe cybersecurity, something like that. But yeah, if anyone wants to say anything, like if you have a plan how to start your career in IT, you can just let me know. Okay, cool. So then uh, we have received nearly 360 applications so far. In the 2020, 2021, and 2022, I spoke to almost every single applicant who applied. So I nearly spoke to more than 200 people so far. After that, we have reduced talking to individuals, spending too much time talking to individuals because of lack of enough resources and time. But what I have learned after talking to so many people that it's very, as Meda said, it's very difficult to find a job in Sweden. It doesn't matter. People may think that it's because they have gap or it's because of their background, etc., etc. But it's same for almost everyone. So, for example, even if I start looking out for a job, it is difficult for me as well. It is the same journey for me as it is for you. So it is no different. Many people will be surprised to hear that, but that is the fact. And people who come to Sweden from outside get a common advice when we have run a poll through our social media channels. Most received advice was learning Swedish and then join masters. So this was the most received advice for many people, which is completely not practical, and also takes a lot of time. Both of them take a lot of time. Uh, so, for example, personally, I'm not in align with learning Swedish to get a job. So, learn Swedish to integrate with the society, culture, and the local people, or for that, like for your lifestyle. But for your profession, if you want to learn Swedish, imagine getting a professional fluency in Swedish where you attend interview in Swedish, answer all the questions in Swedish, and clear the interview in Swedish. So to reach to that level, it's no joke. So you have to be in B2 or B1, B2 level in Swedish. And if you just do a simple Google search to reach to B1, B2 level, how much time it will take? If you study full time, it will take 6 months to 1 year. But so no one can afford to study full time a language, and that's why it's not a practical solution. And it's a language. Just by learning a language, you can't get a job. You have to have a skill. Especially in IT, you should have technical skills. So investing time on learning a language is not a good idea when you are aiming for a technical job. So as far as IT jobs are concerned, I highly recommend learning technical skills and becoming expert in technical skills have more chances compared to learning Swedish. But this is the most received advice for newcomers to Sweden. And then same with completing masters. So people join masters because of various reasons. Maybe they don't want to sit idle at home. They'll join, but after finishing masters for 2 years, they will be exactly at the same place where they were 2 years back. So there is no chance for, I mean, again the same process. You have to send the resume, apply for the jobs, attend the interviews. The only difference now is in your resume you have one thing extra, that is masters, so which will not actually add any advantage, because again the same goes here. to get a job, you need strong technical skills. So if that is not there in your profile, nothing will help you to sell your profile. But yeah, these are the most commonly received advices. And so many people will have this plan to start their career in IT. And not only this, these two advices, people choose to join some institutions like SALT, academic work, and some other institutions. People go and join in SFE to start learning Swedish, so that will lead to something else. So as I said, after speaking to so many people, these are the common things everyone tried to do. But yeah, so then that's why what we have come up with a career oriented job training, where our focus is mainly to help you gain technical skills that are required to work in a company. And also along with that, parallelly, we will also teach the job search strategy sessions, what you need to learn to face the Swedish job market. So we only focus on these two things. We don't focus on anything else as far as our training and mentoring is concerned. Yeah, so this is what our technical skills include. It doesn't matter what background you have, even if you're an absolute beginner. We will start from absolute basics, and then we will give you a lot of tasks, assignments, practicals. We'll conduct lots of demos, workshops. We'll push you to give technical presentations. We'll push you to perform tasks. We'll give you help and support. There will be mentors for you. Someone will be available around the clock for you. Doesn't matter at what time you're working, what time you have questions, etc. And we'll also help you to build profile, like a portfolio building, and we'll also conduct a lot of technical mock interviews, so that you will not have that fear of facing a technical interview. Along with that, as I mentioned, we work very hard on preparing you to face the job market, starting from resume. So we had people who did not have a proper resume at all, because so they finished their studies, they got married, they got occupied with their family lives, have kids, and they never thought of actually having a job. But after their kids grown up to a certain age, then they have a lot of time. So people even didn't have resume, but so we started helping them from resume building, writing cover letter, and managing their LinkedIn profile. So people even did not have LinkedIn profiles, but we trained them on how to have LinkedIn profile, how to use it. In Sweden, LinkedIn plays a very key role in getting job offers. And then we have intensive training on behavioral interview questions. Mostly from my experience, what I've understood is, though people have strong technical skills, some people have even work experience in their home country, but still struggled to find a job, their first job in Sweden, in the field where they have already experience. That is mainly because of these sections. So they don't know how to create a resume according to European job market or Swedish job market. Some people don't write cover letter, but cover letter plays very key role. So how to write cover letter is also important. And people don't know actually how to answer behavioral interview questions. Most of the behavioral interview questions, we have to use star approach. For some behavioral interview questions, we don't need star approach. But most of the behavioral interview questions, we have to use star approach, and we have to answer it from our personal or professional experience. We should give preference to professional experience first. If we can't find any example from professional experience, then we can also go to personal experience. So these are the small things that are missing. And unfortunately, in Sweden, if you attend an interview, so you will feel like you gave your best. The interview panel will also make you feel like you answered everything in a perfect way, but all you get is a week later a rejection mail with some template saying, okay, so we have moved on with another candidate, XYZ. But you don't get feedback. That is the biggest problem. So you always think that you gave your best and you answered everything right, because that's how the interview panel makes you feel. But at the end, the result is not positive for you, and you don't get feedback where you can improve yourself. But these are the small mistakes that people do. So during our mock interviews, we find out all these things that people can fill their gaps. Yeah. So interview preparation, mock interviews, if you get assignments. So there is a typical interview process. You get a first HR call, and then there will be mostly a technical interview second round, or there will be assignment. So when you have assignment, what kind of assignments will you get? How to do those assignments, how to give your best for the assignments, how to stand out. Let's say, for example, if there are too many people applied, how should your submission stand out? So all those things we'll practice. And mentoring, career coaching, and opportunity for networking. These are all the things that we offer along with our technical skills. Let's say, for example, if you have chosen to a career path of full stack web development with JavaScript. So you will get all the technical trainings like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js, Node, MongoDB, Express.js, or Nest.js. So that technical training will go, and after a certain point, this job search strategy sessions will also start for you, so that you will prepare yourself to face the job market. Yeah. So yes, and that's not all. We provide one-on-one mentoring. You all will get a chance to book one-on-one meetings with mentor, where you can clarify basically anything. So we offer a huge support system. So one thing that we offer a lot is a support system. If you want to go faster, if you want to get job quickly, so you will have a one-on-one support system for you. And so we also give consulting and staffing opportunities, support. And once again, here I want to make it very clear. Swadesh also asked at the beginning of this session this question. We don't promise any job if you join us, but we offer support to find consulting and staffing opportunities. I'll explain more about that in upcoming slides. But the main offering that we do is our technical trainings, as mentioned here, and then our job search strategy sessions, so that you can get a job on your own without anyone's help. That is our main offering. And we also offer support for consulting and staffing, but it's not like you join us and then we give you a job. So that's not we offer. We offer a comprehensive training and mentoring, not a job, because promising a job for someone who joins is something like not 100% true, even if someone offers, because without actually knowing who you are, no one can offer you a job, because you might study, you might not study, you might discontinue, or anything can happen over the period of time. So if someone is offering you a job, that means they're expecting some upfront payment for you, they're selling some course for you, so that they're offering you that. But then once you pay and join, then again, the promise may not be true for 100% of the participants. So yeah. Yes, what is the value proposition and why you should join SITA? So we have fast and easy admission process. Earlier, we used to take admissions throughout the year, but right now we are only taking the admissions only twice a year, once in fall and once in before spring, or at the start of the spring. So as soon as we open the admission, our admission process is very fast. I will explain you at the end the next steps. For this meeting, there will be only 1 or 2 meetings with each individual who has interest, and within 1 or 2 weeks, you will get the decision. As soon as the meetings are over, you will get the decision. And most of the times during the meeting itself, we will let the decision, because our selection process is very simple and straightforward. But don't get confused with the fast admission process with the application. So from the day you applied is not the count. From this meeting, it counts, because as I said, earlier we used to take throughout the year. Right now we are only opening the admissions for fall and spring. So no admission fee or any kind of fee until you land a paid job. We don't collect any money. We don't sell anything. We only charge you once you land a job. Yeah, in upcoming slides, you will learn about our fee structure. Yes, we have a IT trained sales force. All our trainers and mentors are 10 plus years of experience and currently working in the industry, so they know what exactly you need to learn to work in the company. And as I mentioned, we only target the niche IT industry. For example, right now our courses are UI UX design, full stack web development with JavaScript, DevOps with AWS, software testing, manual software testing, automation. These are the main offerings. We also have SAP BODS, but that is not for everyone. That is only for some people who have SAP background. and our training is 100% remote. All trainings happens online. You never have to come to a physical space to attend the sessions, so you can just attend all the trainings from your computer wherever you want. But we do meet occasionally for some events. You are welcome to come, but it's not mandatory, it's completely optional. Yes. Flexible hours is for work. When I say work, you will have typically 1 to 2 training sessions per day, and then you will be given lots of tasks. All those tasks you can do on your free time, so no one is going to come and ask you when you will do that, or no one will ask you to be available during certain period. Yeah. So you will also get on-demand training sessions and material. For example, if you pick one career path, but if you think that something you want to learn that is not included in the curriculum, outside of the curriculum, you can request that with your mentor, and the training will be provided. Even it is just for you, the training will be provided. So what not to expect from us? Very simple. No selling of courses. We don't sell any courses. For example, if you are someone who is already working on a manual testing and you want to learn automation testing, and you want to pay some fee to learn, so we don't do that. We don't sell any courses like that. And no self promotion. We don't promote ourselves to any individuals. So we have not done any sales and marketing. This academy we are running to only help people who are in Sweden, who want to start their career in Sweden, who tried a lot of things and failed. That's why we don't sell this course, because it is in IT, selling this course is not so lucrative. There are many other lucrative things. For example, IT consulting and staffing is the most lucrative thing to do when you are an IT company, but not running an academy. So that is why we don't come to you and sell you to join us or convince you to join us. No admission for full-time students or employees. If you are a full-time student studying in university, you have not finished your thesis, or you're not done with your studies completely, we will not take you strictly. And if you are working somewhere, it doesn't matter full-time or part-time, we unfortunately we can't take you, because our training method is completely different. You will feel like you are working in a company when you join us. So you will have daily stand-up meetings, you will have retrospective meetings, planning meetings. So you will work like you are working in a company as a team member. You will have your own team. So we will simulate the real work environment. Along with that, you will have 1 or 2 training sessions. So that's why it is not at all suitable for people who already have some commitments already. So we'll make it very clear. That's why we have a interview process. After this meeting, there will be one-on-one interview where we will learn more about you and we'll advise you whether it is suitable for you or not. Yeah. So sometimes we give exception to people who are working part-time, but that is highly unlikely. That is one in 100 people will have that chance, but that is possible. No convincing. SITA will not convince you to join in any of our programs. The reason why I am saying this, because the general notion in public is some other institutions or some companies who sell their course follow up with you continuously, contact you, they try to convince you to join and all. But when we don't do that, you might think that we are arrogant, or we are not actually caring much about you, but that's not the case. So as I said, we are addressing a very strong problem, that is for international talent starting their first job in Sweden is very difficult. We are addressing that problem, but addressing that problem is also comes with a lot of challenges. So it is not easy for us also. Having the resources, spending the time, and helping one individual becoming a working professional, irrespective of their background, is not an easy task. It's a very hard task. So that's why we don't take too many people. We take very limited people at one time. That's why we don't come and convince you, because if we convince you a lot, if you make up your mind just because of whatever we tell you, and once you join, the journey is not so smooth, it is tough for both of us, then it will not be a good experience. That's why we only take people who we give you all the information. So if we are contacting you, that is to give you all the information that you need to know to make a decision to join us. That's all. After that, we will not bother you at all. So that's why if you see all our mails also, you'll only get when we open the admissions or some other times, or if we have any free trainings, public trainings, etc., then only you will get some mails or some information from us. Otherwise, during the period where we don't have any trainings and all, so you will not hear from us anything. We will also not do any paid marketing or such. At least we haven't done so far, but maybe in 2024 we are thinking of expanding more and do some paid promotion also. But at least till now, in the last 3.5 years, we haven't done any paid marketing as well, to make sure that we don't get too much applications. So yeah, so please don't expect these things from SITA. This is intentional. This is not something we are doing out of arrogance or ignorance. This is purely intentional. So then who is SITA best suitable for? This is best suitable for job seekers. You are someone who is in Sweden and you want to start a career in IT. So we are here for you. So this is best place for you. I mean, I can proudly and confidently say that this is best place because no others can offer what SITA is offering. So you have tried all the options that are available in Sweden for you, but still you feel like you are stuck, or you are at the same place where you were when you came to Sweden, then SITA is best place for you, and you will quickly feel like you are moving forward to your goal. You don't feel like you are at the same place at all. So yeah, these are some of our past trainings. In the past, we had software testing trainings, automation test engineer. We also conducted lots of free trainings for public who, I mean, anyone can join. They don't have to register to join our courses. We conducted such kind of courses as well, but we are not doing that, lack of time and resources right now. Presently, we are running software testing and manual and automation courses, and also DevOps. We have not started it, but we will start with this current batch, DevOps with Agile. And we also start UI UX design, and we are also starting full stack web development with JavaScript. Those are also there in the present. I think I updated too. I forgot to update the slide. Yeah, in future we have data engineering and DevOps engineering with other cloud platforms, for example, GCP and AWS, Microsoft Azure. Azure DevOps also has a good demand in Sweden. So we're considering to start that in future as well. So yeah, so these are the people who started their career with us since 2020. Asa is the first person who landed in a job. Right now, she switched her job. She is working at Telia right now. And I mean, so people are from different background. Fanny is working in Swedbank. I honestly don't know where some people are working because they might have switched some companies. Jaypriya is working at Acedo. Harini and Sonia got placement in Enklare recently. They are from our recent batch. And some people are not actually our trainees. They joined as an interns, because at the beginning we took some people as interns. We trained them after they joined as an interns. Kumudwati joined as an HR intern, and she's now working at Ericsson. Before that, she worked at H&M. And yeah, Rizal is working at SEB. And yeah, I don't know where some other people are working because they switched companies. And we also have few others who directly did not join our academy, but who joined our training and mentoring, free training and mentoring sessions that we conducted in the last 3 years, and they also got jobs. So we provided free one-on-one mentoring and training to many people. They also successfully landed jobs. Yeah, so this is in a nutshell about the people who got jobs so far. The list is very small. So does the people we take admissions for. So each time in 2020 we only took around 10 people for admission, and same in 2021. In 2022 we took few more people, and right now we have 25 active participants. We have total 30 students, but 25 are active. 5 people are on break due to their family issues, visa issues, etc. But we have 25 active students. So considering the number of people that we take, the outcome is also same. So I this is what I say to almost everyone: whoever joins SITA leaves with a job. No one leaves without a job. The only people who leave without a job are the people who abscond due to some personal reasons or family reasons or visa issues. They abscond. But as long as you are with SITA, you only leave with a job. Yeah. And how to join our academy? So if you are someone who already applied through our website, the Join Academy form, that is the first step, an important step. Everyone has to do that step. If you haven't done that, you must do it. Then only you will start getting communication from us. So yeah, that is the first step. I will show you during our presentation how you can do that if you haven't done that already. But if you have done that already, then that's it. You don't have to do anything. So the next steps will follow. Yes, then let's talk about the training agreement that we offer. As I said, there is no upfront payment, there is no admission fee, and we don't sell you anything, and you don't have to pay for anything until and unless you land a job. So for that, as our training is completely free to join, we will have an agreement with you so that we both can have a trustworthy relationship. So the total duration of the agreement is 18 months. Of 18 months, 12 months, you will have the technical training and projects. Most of the times, within 6 to 9 months, your complete technical training will be finished. After that, you will have a lot of projects, workshops, and mentoring. But there are some people who go a little bit slow because they're absolute beginners or some other reasons. They can't spend more than 2 to 3 hours per day, things like that. For them, it might take 12 months, but no one takes more than 12 months to finish the technical training for sure. So that's how we designed. After that 6 months, we take to find opportunities in the job market. So we start forwarding your profiles. We also encourage you to apply the jobs outside, and we'll help you with the interview preparation and so everything that is needed to get a job. So that's why the total duration is 18 months. And the timings are 9 to 16. You must be available between 9 to 16, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. As I said, you will not have continuous sessions during 9 to 4 p.m., but you will have one daily stand-up meeting and one demo or presentations meeting and one technical training meeting. So there will be typically the stand-up meeting will be 5 to 15 minutes, and the technical presentations meeting will be 1 hour, and the training session is also more or less like 1 hour. So typically on a day-to-day basis, you must attend the meetings for 2 to 3 hours minimum. Maximum 4 hours you will have to attend the meetings. This goes through Monday to Thursday. Friday we have some exceptions. Friday we don't have much sessions. Friday we'll hardly have one session where we will review or we will revise what we have learned in the last 4 days, or some tasks or assignments, something like that. So Monday to Thursday, 2 to 4 hours, you will have meetings. Initially, when you join for first couple of months, it will be maximum 2 hours, not more than 2 hours. But after certain period of time, you will have to attend 2 to 4 hours. After that, whatever the tasks, assignments you got, you can do it in your free time. But to plan the schedule, the training schedule and the meetings, you must be available between 9 to 4 p.m. so that we can send out the invites for next maybe 4 months, 5 months. So all our schedules are rolled out for next 3-4 months in advance, so that you can also plan your free time accordingly. So if you have some other personal stuff to take care of, you can plan. But yeah, so our sessions will not happen before 9 or after 4. Some people ask us for sessions after working hours, but we don't do that. So as I said, we will simulate the real work environment for you, so you will feel like you have a job and you are working. So that's how we design our program, and that's why you have to be available from 9 to 16 so that we can plan the schedule properly. And yeah, so if you are someone who is fast, who don't have patience to wait 18 months or 12 months to finish technical curriculum, that's completely okay. We provide one-on-one support. You can go as fast as you want. There are people who got job within 3 months. There are people who got job after 18 months also. So because some people have one of our trainees had twins, and it was very difficult for them to focus on the tasks assignments, so they took their time, and it went on for almost 2 years. Some people who had nothing much to do, who already had some background, but they just need some guidance, personal guidance, which they got, and they got job in 3 months. There are many people who got job within 6 months also. But we don't guarantee anything to anyone because we don't know individually. Each person is different. So each person's individual preferences are taken into consideration, and one-on-one mentoring will be provided. Yeah. So if you get a job through us, we pay according to the client's pay. For example, the main objective of our training and mentoring program is to help you get a job on your own. But sometimes we also get requests from our clients. In that case, we hire you as our permanent employee, and we send you to work with our client. At the time, we pay you according to our client's pay. So if our client pays us more for your profile, and we pay you more. If the client pays you less, we pay you less, and everything will be transparent. It's not like we take 50% cut and pay you 50%. So you will know how much client is paying, and we will give you all the information. It will be completely transparent. And if you get a job on your own, you enter ISA with us, income share agreement, where you will pay a percentage from your salary so that you can pay the fee for the training and mentoring that you received. But if you get a job through us, you don't have to pay any fee because anyways clients pay us. So from that, we will take your fee, but that will be communicated clearly. Yeah. If you don't get a job in 18 months, there is nothing to pay. So after 18 months, nothing exists between us. Even if you learned a lot from us, it doesn't matter. You can leave because earlier we had this duration for 2 years, that is 24 months. Now we reduced because of the results we got. Most of the people got jobs in a year. As I said, only people who absconded or discontinued because of their personal reasons could not land a job in a year. But the average so far is 1 year, irrespective of the educational and professional background. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but if after 18 months you still did not land a job, then you're free. So we will not have any strings attached. Yeah, so finally, you will never pay us anything as long as you don't get a job. It is clearly written in the agreement. So everyone who joins will be shared an agreement, a draft version of the agreement before you actually sign it. And it is very clearly mentioned, and we don't want to charge anything from anyone unless and until they reach their goal. So it's a kind of win-win. And that is the confidence we have on our training and mentoring program. Yeah. In the agreement, the main important part will be non-liability conditions. Non-liability conditions are, so when you don't have to pay any tuition fee. So these are the non-liability conditions. Unsuccessful job placement. So in 18 months, if you don't get job, you don't have to pay anything. And so if you finish 18 months binding period, you don't have to pay anything, irrespective of the level of one-on-one training, mentoring support you received. It doesn't matter. So imagine like this: you have learned full stack web development with JavaScript for almost a year. You have built your portfolio, you have learned everything, and you have built your cover letter, resume with the help of us. You got one-on-one training and mentoring to face the job market, answer all behavioral interview questions and everything. In 18 months, you did not land a job, so you are free to go with all that learning that you have. And if you have some visa issues or other issues, you have to leave country, then you don't have to pay. So we don't charge you for that because it's not your mistake. And yeah, so if you joined in a company and and you started paying us because you got a job, you entered into income share agreement, but the company fired you. So that means you stopped your employment. So in that case also, you don't have to pay. I mean, all these things that I'm mentioning are written in the agreement. Yeah, so if employer did some mistake or he breached some employment agreement, then you quit the job. In that case also, you don't have to pay us. Yeah, completion of working hours. So if you start working with us, for example, one of our clients liked your profile and they offered you, and you started working as our employee and you're working for client. And then if you finish 2024 hours working with us, that means we bill client almost 2024 hours, and client pay us money by the time. So after that also, you are not able to pay us anything. So you can stop working with us. If you like working with us, you can continue, and if you don't like working with us, you can stop working with us also, after 2024 hours. So yeah, if you have any health issues, and if you're unable to work, and if you want to stop working, then also you don't have to pay. If you want to quit the training, let's say you joined us, learned from us for 1 year, but your health become bad, and it is not cooperating you to continue your learning, or you change your plans because of health issues, then you don't have to pay. So basically, the reason why we added these things in agreement is to give people confidence and security that we are not someone, I don't know if any company does this, giving the option to have non-liability conditions to pay tuition fee after spending almost 1.5 year on a private individual, and giving them a confidence that they don't have to pay anything if things go wrong. We want to do this because we don't want to charge anyone anything until and unless they reach their goal, and we want to do that in written. But at the same time, we are also very strict about not so serious people, because as it is free to join and there is no fee or anything involved, some people are misused in the past, but that is the very minority of the people. But again, to filter out not so serious people from joining us, so we have liability conditions as well. So as I said, we will give you all the information to make the decision to join us, but once you join us, you are 100% in. We don't want you to quit once you join, because we take very limited people. We make sure that each group has only 10 or less than 10 people. We are okay with anywhere between 5 to 10, but we don't have more than 10 people. So because of that, someone will actually lose a chance to join us. But if you join and then quit, that means someone else could have joined. So when we started taking admissions in FIB, once we have finished our admission process, a lot of people expressed interest, but we could not accommodate their interest, as we already started the training program, and the batch was full. So that's why, if you join, you have to make sure that you don't quit in the middle. And yeah, absconding, voluntary or early termination, or you joined as an employee in the company and you decided to quit because of your own reasons, which are not actually much valid. So even in that case, or if you are if you are fired because of some bad behavior or something from the employer, so that also we don't take into consideration. And you are not a serious learner, you join but you don't attend sessions regularly, you take the sessions for granted, or things like that. So these are all the things that are liable conditions. So that's why we encourage only people for whom getting a job in Sweden is very important and they are very serious about it. Only then you join us, otherwise you don't join us. And what we give, we provide you full support, help, training, mentoring, and everything. We work as hard as you work to help you land a job, and we don't charge you anything until and unless you start a job. So we drafted some liability and non-liability conditions based on our past 2 3 years of experience, but you can think of it like that. We don't want to charge you anything irrespective of anything that happens in your personal life until and unless you get a job. But the only thing that we expect from you is seriousness, commitment, dedication, and hardworking nature until you reach a goal. As long as you have that and you are with us, then we have a very good relationship. So most of our trainees are very good friends with us for now, and we are maintaining a good recommend. So most of the students who join us are through references only. So whatever the word spread is through word of mouth. 90% of the admissions that happen inside our academy is through word of mouth. So they heard about our academy from their friends or someone who got a job. Though many people apply, many people attend our webinars, but the people who join, 90% of the people who join are friend heard about us about us from our past and present trainees. So that shows the trust, how much they like their training. So let's talk about some finances here. So the fee is 100,000. The tuition fee is 100,000, which you don't pay upfront, which you pay after getting a job. But is it worth? Isn't it too expensive? 100,000, it's too expensive, isn't it? But no, it is not at all too expensive considering the value that you get back in Swedish job market. So let's understand it as an investment perspective. Let's say you did not work for past 2 years, 3 years. So how much you made? Zero. And this year, so if you see here, for let's say, for example, if you are here, as I said, our program is only for full-time job seekers. If you are already working, then our program is not suitable for you. So you will not be here if you are already working. But if you are someone who has not been working after coming to Sweden, then you are here. And then you are, let's say, you are not putting your money already. Okay, you are not paying upfront, but still, let's assume that it's still the money you are paying. So your investment is 100,000. So if you have not worked in the past 2 or 3 years, it is still zero. But let's say now it is minus 100,000 because of you joined this training program. But year by year it will increase, so you will get a minimum of 20,000. Even if we employ you, we don't pay you less than 20,000 for sure. None of our trainees got job offers less than 30,000 so far outside. But even if we hire you, we pay you minimum 20,000 according to the client's pay. And so the first year itself, you will earn something nearly more than 200,000, so that you are already 100,000 plus. And every year your salary will increase. And if you switch a job, you get better pay. The average pay for IT employees is 40,000. After having 1 or 2 years of experience, you can easily get something for 40,000 SEK. And after couple of years, you can reach to 50. And after 4 or 5 years, you can also, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you stay in the same company, or if you're very happy with what you are getting, it very quickly you can reach to 40,000 within 1 or 2 years. And then if you are aggressive, and if you want to increase your per annum pay, you can also go to 50 to almost 60 in 4 or 5 years. So starting from zero to, you will go to 40, 400,000 to 500,000 in a couple of years. But your initial investment will be 100,000. So as far as finances are concerned, it is totally worth it. Imagine next year this time you have a job which is paying you 30 or 25, 30,000 per month. But imagine next year this time you are still at the same place where you are and not earning any salary. So there is a huge difference. If you think in that perspective, you will not have a question of is it worth paying it all or not. And then that is not the only thing people should consider when getting a job in Sweden. So for me personally, getting a job in Sweden is like hitting a jackpot. Getting a permanent employment is no less than hitting a jackpot. These are the benefits the permanent employees have in Sweden. So of course, the salary is the main benefit that you get, that every month you will have a fixed amount depositing to your bank account. You have 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks of paid vacation semester, which is very, very good compared to many countries in the world. This is one of the best. And next, you will also have parental benefits. Let's say, for example, if you are planning to have kids, you are already have kids. So I think 245 days per each child, each parent will get. So both parents will get 245 days each. And then you have VAB, whenever your kid is sick, you can stay home with sick kid. And if you are sick, you can stay home, and you will get paid from Försäkringskassan. So you will get paid more when you actually are a permanent employee and you're paying taxes. And there are many things. You will get brand new mobile from company. They'll give you a brand new laptop for working. Every simple thing is I know, very, very important. It changes a lot. Your personal life changes. You will have a professional career. Your lifestyle changes. I mean, so a lot of things that you took for granted, you start giving importance to them, and wellness allowances, insurances, occupational injury insurance. There are a lot of things. I mean, I think nearly 40, 50 different benefits, around 10 major benefits, and nearly 20 to 30 minor benefits are there. I mean, if you're a member of Akasa, if you lost your job, you will get up to 80%. If you're a member of some union, you will get, along with Akasa, you will get up to 90% of your salary if you lost job in worst case situations. So overall, no one, I mean, if you are in Sweden and if you're not considering working, then I say it is not a wise decision. So if you are in Sweden, no matter what, not just IT, I'm talking now, I'm talking in general, you must give your best to get a job in Sweden. It doesn't matter, you have to get a job because of the number of benefits, the amount of benefits you get by being an employee. So yeah, you work for 2 years, 3 years, and you pay 2 3 years taxes. And if things go wrong, like how it went in the past 1.5 year, the global economic situation is not good, many people got fired. But in Sweden you have strong support system in terms of Akasa and unions and some other things. Even government in 2020, when COVID hit, the Swedish government itself supported all the companies to reduce the working hours of the employees, and they paid the salaries, so that companies don't fire the employees. So that's why getting a job in Sweden is no less than hitting a jackpot, and you should give your best, irrespective of what path you choose. It doesn't matter, but you should. It's not at all wise to think that, okay, I'm happy with my life, I don't want to work, because you will have a strong work-life balance. And even in schools also, I mean, I can talk till evening about each benefit. In schools, you will get you can keep your kid extra time because you are working. That people think that it is not a simple thing. Some people take it for granted, but it is very important, because during the COVID, a lot of countries, the people suffered, because if both the wife and husband are working, schools were closed, and kids had to stay home, and there were no people to take care of the kids. So someone has to stay with the kids. Some people had to quit jobs and all. But in Sweden, that was not the case. Sweden, they never closed the schools. And same goes now. Even if situations like COVID are not there, but both are working, and if you have a very hectic or intense work environment where you have to spend a lot of time, then schools offer you support to take care of kids for extra hours. So I mean, as I said, I can go on till evening, but there are a lot of benefits. That's why you should consider getting a job in Sweden. Yeah. So as I said, I will not go in detail about our curriculum, because it will eat up a lot of time if we walk through, and it is also not relevant for everyone. And I think I did not update it with UI UX. So we will do that during the next steps in one-on-one sessions, where we will share you the link of the curriculum, which you can go through and you can ask any questions you have. So for now, let's skip it to save time. So what are the next steps? So if you want to join us, as I said, you need to uh, fill the form. If you haven't filled the form, then you can do this. You can go to SITA.eu.com and you can click Join Academy, and you can fill this form. So you can pick whatever you want. If you're not sure, you can click this, I'm not sure, and help you decide. And then just fill the form. Then you will be added to our contacts, and we will keep communicating with you. So if you have already done that, you don't have to anything. So you will be contacted. So what we will do after this meeting, you will get a mail after this meeting. You just reply to that mail expressing your interest to join us. Then we will start the process. So there will be typically 1 or 2 rounds of interview process, where we will learn more about you, and we will also answer your one-on-one questions, so that you have complete information to make the decision. But if you applied, if you did not receive any mail, or if something is missing, you can always call us on this number, 08 599 00277. and just you can talk to us about your concern. Then we will make sure that you get everything that you need. And once the interview process is done, we will make the decision, positive or negative. As I said, we will not take too much time to make the decision. Most of the times, during the interview itself, if everything is okay for us, we will let you know that there is nothing from our side to stop you join us. Then we will give you the option whether to join or not. Then you can decide whether to join or not. Maybe you can take time and tell us, or you can also tell us during the interview itself. But most of the times, it is very fast, because we only have very limited criteria of checklist. I can just tell you now, for example, we check your communication skills, whether you can communicate well or not. You don't have to have exceptional communication skills. So we don't expect you to be fluent, too fluent in English or to sound like a native speaker. If you can speak English where you can clear the interview, that level is more than enough for us. Then you should have a valid visa. Maybe you are a dependent, or it doesn't matter, you should have a valid visa, and even if it is expiring soon, you should have the clarity that it will be extended. That is enough. And the third very important thing is you are available for full-time training and mentoring. You're not committed elsewhere for part-time or some other things. These are the three main checklists. And then we will check some behavioral aspects, like very simple behavioral aspects to understand uh, your personality. So whether you are we have leadership qualities or not, some typical behavioral interview patterns that we will check, but they are not actually mandatory to make the decision. So the first three things are the mandatory. And then once everything is done, then we will share this academy enrollment agreement form with you, which you will fill, and then that's it, you are in. So these are the next steps. If anyone has any questions about the next steps, you can ask me at the end of the session. Yeah, so join us and fulfill your dream of starting a career in IT. And let's now open the floor for question and answers. So if you have any questions, you can either type in the chat, I will go through it and I will answer, or you can also unmute and just ask.
Yeah, like I have one question.
Yes.
Uh, like you said that we don't need to pay if in case
Yeah.
there is some. We don't need to pay in case we like for some reason we have to leave the course in between.
Yeah.
Maybe the reason might be the visa, or maybe some personal reason, or it can be anything. So in that case we don't need to pay. That's what you said. And then I see in liabilities you have mentioned that for personal, I think for personal reason, if you terminate, then you have to pay somewhere hundred
Yeah.
thousand like that. So I
Yeah.
just want to be more clear about that part.
Yeah. So for example, you joined, you attended the course for 3 months or 2 months, it
Okay.
doesn't matter once you joined. But you just absconded without informing us. So there is no reason.
Okay.
We don't. So yeah, that is a liability case. But
Okay.
you stopped because your visa was rejected and you have to go back to your home country, or
Okay.
your health is not good, or any other valid reason that will not allow you to continue,
Okay.
we will consider that, because there is no point if you have a reason, and you are not unable to continue, we will not force you to continue. So that is the main purpose of having that non-liability and liability conditions. And I want to stress on it, no one will have non-liability conditions on agreement written, because that will give you power, but we want to give you power so that you have confidence. uh, but consider it like this: so as long as you have a valid reason and justifiable reason, which is not something invalid or something like that, we will not consider it. If it is okay, you think of it as like a humanitarian perspective. Uh, Anything
Okay.
that is considered as inhuman, we don't do it. Simple.
Okay, and one more thing, like you said, 100,000 SEK. So
Yes.
that's what is the total fee that we need to pay after
Yes.
we start the job, and in what percentage, like, do we have to pay it, like, altogether? And I mean, how it is, like, not
Yeah.
altogether, of course.
Yeah, not all
Okay.
together for sure, but we can, I mean, it depends on each individual's capacity, that we will discuss with each individual how much they can effort to pay. For example, if you got only 25 or 20,000 SEK per month, we will not ask you to pay 10,000 per month. Okay.
Okay.
That will be a huge cut in your salary, nearly 50% of your salary. So based on the salary you got, we make sure that you don't feel like there is a huge cut in salary, and we will ask you to pay some percentage which you think is reasonable for you, so that you can enjoy your salary and you can pay for a longer time period.
Okay, okay. So normally, when students get like when they get hired,
Yeah,
uh, like you said, minimum is 20,000. But
yeah,
normally, what is the average that goes when they get placed?
yeah. As I said, whoever got outside on their
Mm-hmm.
own so far, no one got less than 30.
Okay,
So,
okay.
so the range is 30 to 40 so far, whatever people got.
So
And
this will,
yes,
sorry to interrupt. So this will be like a complete real-time experience that we might have.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Many people find it very hard to believe this fact, but we strongly encourage people to at least ask quote 30,000 SEK as a basic salary whenever they attend interview, because in IT, you should never compare IT jobs with other jobs in terms of payment, because in IT, even for entry level position, the minimum you get paid is 30,000 SEK per month by good companies. And a lot of people don't know the fact that their experience in other fields is completely irrelevant. That is not true. All your experiences are considered, and you will get paid even for some experience in some other fee also. Like, you will be considered as an experienced person. Yeah, I mean, these things we teach during our job set strategy sessions: how you present yourself, and how you link your previous experience to your current IT experience or IT knowledge, and make a strong case of yourself, strong profile of yourself. So did I answer your question, or I got carried away with explanation?
No, no, I'm I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, good, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks. Hi.
okay.
I would like to ask one question here, and it's a general question, because I have certain friends who are into IT, and some of them are into testing as well. But
Mhm.
then I hear it, from many people who are into testing as well, that because the AI is evolving so fast, and and because of that, there is this so much of automation that is happening.
Okay.
So and for that, they see even programmers sometimes feel threatened by this. But then
Okay.
for testing specifically, they say because there are a lot of automation tools, already there are automation tools, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
on top of that, you have AI coming up. So how is this job market coming up in future?
Yeah. Okay. So a very good question. Maybe to deviate slightly from our entire topic, but I will try to keep it very simple, because we can talk a lot about that.
Yeah.
Let's take testing as only as an example.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier, everyone used to test manually web and mobile applications, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then automation testing came into picture.
Yeah.
So everyone said automation test after automation testing came into picture, like with the evolution of this Selenium, APM tools like that. Said everyone said manual testing is dead. Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
But even now, many people have misconception who are not working in IT.
Mm.
They have this misconception that if I want to get a job, I should learn automation testing. People have that misconception,
Yeah.
but that is not true. So in Sweden, if you see, all companies follow agile methodologies,
Mm-hmm.
which means each team will have a sprint, 2 weeks sprint,
Mm-hmm.
and in each sprint, the team will fix 2 bugs and maybe release two features or three features.
Mm-hmm.
And it is impossible to automate those bugs that fixed, and or the features that are developed
Yeah.
in the current sprint. So someone has to manually test it.
Yeah.
There is no alternative to manual testing because
Mm.
of the sprint nature of work.
Okay.
That is why in Sweden there is a huge demand for manual testers.
All
There
right.
is also demand for automation testers without a doubt,
Uh-huh.
but there is a huge demand for manual testers. So that means manual testing is still alive and has as much demand as it has, or even more demand now it has, I would
Mm-hmm.
say, because of the adapting of the agile methodology.
Mm-hmm.
So even if AI comes or if anything comes, the manual testers will be still on demand. So it is highly impossible. At least I can't see next 5 to 10 years that companies can run without having a manual test engineer, even with the generative AI expansion and etc. So that's what I believe. I believe the AI will not at all replace. If someone thinks AI replaces some jobs, that is wrong. AI will only empower some jobs. Let's say, for example, if I am a developer, I can leverage AI and I can become a better developer. So
Yeah.
no one, for example, if someone doesn't know Java at all, they don't know how to use AI for Java. So if someone doesn't know how to generate content writing, they can't use AI for content writing.
Yes.
So only those who already know that can leverage AI. So that is
Right.
what my personal belief. I think so. If you know something, let's say for example, if you are a tester and then you learn AI, then you become a better tester. Maybe
Yeah.
you will be outdated if you don't learn AI, but you will not be replaced by AI.
Yes, yes, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, I
Yeah.
specifically asked this question because there are some guys from testing, and they sort
Yes.
of discouraged me
No.
from
No.
or any when I was talking, discouraged in getting into IT. Sorry, testing
Yes.
specifically. So they said that there are not many jobs in testing nowadays in Stockholm.
That's
So
that's not at all true.
okay.
It's completely wrong. People have lack of understanding and broader perception.
Mhm.
So people go by hype. We don't go by hype. That's why.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah, hi,
Yeah.
Ravi
No.
here
Yes.
from
Yeah.
India.
Hello, Ravi.
Uh,
Hi.
Jagdish, I'm working as a manual tester of one of the private organization in India, Bangalore here.
Okay.
So since I'm very much interested to move to Sweden because my brother and in-law stays over there, and he have a PR now.
Okay.
He's working different ID domain, okay. But now I just want to move there in Sweden, so I'm really looking into that, and even
Okay.
I'm upgrading my skill to automation also. So is
Mhm.
there any code that I can move over there? I can join to the course, no issues.
Yeah.
Any help?
But unfortunately, as I said, this program, the training and mentoring program, is for people who are living in Sweden and looking for job in Sweden. We have a
Uh-huh.
different separate service that is called Move to Europe. You can contact us through our contact us form. That is completely different. We'll train you and mentor you to get a job from anywhere to Sweden in general Europe. But that is completely
Mm.
different outside of the scope of this session. And that is only for people who already have minimum 3 to 4 years of experience. If you don't have minimum 3 years of experience, it is highly unlikely that you can get a job in Sweden, because there are a lot of people who are already in Sweden and still not working. So,
We do have
yeah.
other for almost 7 years. So
Okay.
recently,
Great.
like from past 2 years, I have moved to the IT.
Yeah.
Uh,
Great.
so
Great.
is
Sure.
that
Yeah, it is possible, but it is very hard right now because of the economical situation.
okay?
But as I said, we can have a completely separate conversation. You can write me a mail about that, and we will set up a meeting, and then we will see if we can work together on that.
Yeah, it is better that if we meet like one and one.
Yeah, sure.
I'll
Definitely. Yeah.
the same email, right? You had sent an
Yes, yes. Yeah, the same email that you received invitation. So you can write to that mail. I will send you a link to book a one-on-one meeting.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jagdish.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So now yeah, yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah. In the website, there is no UI UX designing for me to register.
Okay.
But
Um,
in the course section, I'm not able to find the UI UX.
you should be able to actually. So it is at the beginning. Maybe you can just scroll up and down. If you see my screen, it is at the beginning.
Yeah, I can find it. Oh, yeah, okay then. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
I'm sorry for the trouble. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi,
it's okay.
Jagdi.
Hello,
Uh,
hi.
Hi.
I'm Anupama. So I'm having a background in the full stack development and worked in Sweden for almost 1.5 years. So now I'm thinking about switching my career into manual testing. So, and when I'm searching or when I'm doing research in this, I found a certification course like ISTQB.
Okay.
So, can I do that in the meantime of this course itself? Well, if I'm taken to the course, can I
Yeah.
do it as a part time by myself?
Yeah.
IST.
Yeah, sure. You can do that. I will tell you. Thanks for asking this. So, how we will design our course? We will design completely, as I said, in two parts. One is to make you technically strong so that you can start working from the day one in the company, and then the other part will be to face the job market. Okay. So you will have very strong technical skills, but we don't spend any time for certification training or this or that. So we don't do that. But if you want to do, it's completely up to you.
Okay.
We will not stop you. So not only for certification, let's say you want to learn something, like you want to learn machine learning, you want to learn data science, you want to learn any other thing, we will not stop you. But what we want from you is, once you join us, your high priority will be the tasks and assignments that we give, so that you are in sync with your team and you go faster and you finish the curriculum on time.
Okay.
So we don't encourage you to do anything that deviates you from the curriculum, because it's already a full-time thing for you. So the learning is already full-time thing. As I said, initially you will attend 2 hours of sessions, and after that 2 to 4 hours of meetings, and you will have tasks, assignments, which will at least take 1 to 2 hours per day. So on an average, 4 to 5 hours per day you will spend studying, learning, practicing, and whatnot. So after 4 to 5 hours, I mean, you can spend up to 8 hours. It's completely up to you, but minimum 4 hours is expected from each individual. You still have bandwidth and patience and curiosity, which many people have. So some people spend full time so that they want to go faster. You can also do that, and in that time you can prepare anything you want. Especially if you are taking a manual testing course, and then you are preparing ISTQB parallelly. Actually, it's a good idea. You can do that so that it aligns with your learning, and you will also have certification at the end. Yeah.
Okay. Will it improve my chances that doing that ISTQB course?
Yeah, that is debatable. Actually. So
Okay.
yeah, so sometimes it is, sometimes it is not, but so
Yeah.
I'll tell you, you will understand, just one simple thing. For example, let's say you got shortlisted because you have ISTQB certification,
Okay.
but that will only give you a entry to interview, right? After
Okay.
that, the decision is made purely based on your performance,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So ISTQB may help, but it will not help you to get a job. It may only help you to get shortlisted sometimes, not all the times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
My name is Jagdish. Don't call me sir.
Volume.
Yeah. I'm fine, Tanuja. Yes, please ask.
So myself Tanuja, and I
Yeah.
want to ask, what will be the next step after this?
Okay. The next step will be this. If you already applied, you will receive a mail. You just have to receive the mail. You just have to reply to that mail that you are interested to proceed further. That's
No, I
all. Then you will be.
actually I have been I went through this first process actually, the join academy and all that, but
Yeah.
I didn't receive any mail so far.
Okay. So if you didn't receive any mail so far, if you already filled this
Yes.
first, then now after this meeting you will receive a mail. You can reply to that mail.
Okay, sure. Because
Yeah.
I was trying again to fill that form, but it was saying like you have already filled up the details and all.
Yeah, sure. You will definitely be contacted. So if you fill the form, that's it. You will get contacted. No
Oh,
worries.
yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. I wanted to ask that I have already filled the form,
Okay.
but I think I need to discuss about choosing the area.
Yeah.
So should
Sure.
I get the chance later on?
Yeah. You will get the chance. As I said, there will be an interview process. The interview process is all about that. It's not like we just ask you questions and you have to answer. It's not like that. So you will also ask a lot of questions, which we will answer. And there will be a career counseling section as well. So that's why there will be a possibility that there will be more than one interview. So one interview is mainly for us to understand about you, and another interview you can have a dedicated session for career counseling to help you
Yeah.
decide.
Okay. And
Hi.
one,
Sorry.
Yes.
sorry, one more question.
Yes.
If I join the get chance to join the program,
Yep.
and in the meantime my visa get rejected, and
Yep.
I need to go back to my country, then still can I continue the course if I want?
No, actually. So if you are leaving, you are leaving, because as I said, our program is completely for people who are living in Sweden and want to work in Sweden, for not for people who are outside of Sweden and not willing to work in Sweden.
No, actually I am in Sweden, but if for some any reason for the extension is not done, and
Yep.
then I want to come back to Sweden with a job, so that the course will be needed. That's why I'm asking that should
Yeah,
can continue.
I understand your question, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, no, for that also. As I said, you have to have a valid working visa status in Sweden to be part of our training. And the main
Okay.
reason why I'm saying this is not a typical training, and we are not a training institute where we take you and you just attend one course and learn. It is not like that. We invest a lot of resources. Like for example, you will have a lot of one-on-one meetings with your trainer mentor, so that they help you with your job search strategy sessions. Just for your LinkedIn itself, we will spend 5 to 6 sessions where we will completely help you modify your LinkedIn, and so that recruiters start contacting you, etc., your resume, your cover letter, your behavioral interviews. So we spend a lot of time on each individual, which we can't afford if you don't have a valid visa status. But provided if you have to leave the country, then we will not charge you anything. You can still apply for example, if you, let's say, if you go back to your home country, India or somewhere, if you just at least spend 3 to 4 months with us, you can get a job within 1 month in India. So it is very hard to get a job in Sweden, but in India you don't need this much intensive training. In India, hardly you can just learn for some 100 or 200 interview questions and practice a lot, provided you have strong technical skills, which you will get without training. After that, you will get a job very easily. So you don't really need this much intensive training to get a job in India. So it's completely different. Yeah.
Hi, Jagati.
Hello, hi Prakash.
Jagadish. Hey, no, I got all the information, very insightful, and it was crystal clear. So I'll wait for your email, and then we'll take it from there.
Great, sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you for today. Great session.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, Jagdish.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, I have a plan for some vacation.
Right.
Example, moving 2 months some other countries. Can I continue for the training in there?
Yes. Yeah, without a doubt, you can continue. As I said in my previous answer also, as long as you are working, you have a valid working status in Sweden, and you are willing to work in Sweden, you can attend from anywhere. Even if you go back to your home country for vacation also, you can also attend from there, the sessions. There is no obligation, because everything is online, 100% remote. So you just have to make sure that you are available for our training schedule. That's all. So it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure.
Hey Jagdish.
Hi Lakshmi.
Hi. Actually, I was registered in SITA a very long back, but I haven't received any mail. So when will I get after this? What is the process?
Can you DM me your email address in the chat? I will make sure that you get email.
Okay, sure. And also I have another question. From when will the actual training will start?
Yeah, we will start mostly at the end of August or starting of September.
Okay. How long this all the registration process will take, because currently I'm in vacation in another place. So I just want to know how much time it will take.
Yeah, so once you sent your email, we will send you a link to book a meeting based on. So it will be from your side. From our side, there will be no delay.
Okay.
From our side, we will do very fast. So it completely depends on you, because the main reason why we conduct this webinar is to address everyone's queries in general. After that, not everyone will be joining, because we have explained everything, the terms and conditions. So based on whoever is okay with those terms and conditions will contact us, and then the number of people we deal will greatly reduce. After that, then as I said, it is just a matter of time. We will send you a link in whatever the slot available. You just book a meeting, and if you need career counseling, you will book another meeting. That's it. We will make the decision.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so if no one has any questions, I will Mandira ask the question.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
could you hear
Robert.
me?
Yes,
Yes, it's me, Robert. At our last meeting with you, you talk about the fact that you also plan to have evening courses, or maybe on weekend
yes,
courses.
yes, I remember. But unfortunately, we are not in a full power of accommodating evening sessions. I do get a lot of requests about evening sessions and weekend sessions. But as I said, we have a very limited human resources, and we are only accommodating the general 9 to 6, 9 to 4 sessions. And I can say at least till end of this year, there is no plan to roll out evening and weekend training batches, because we don't know how to handle that at this moment. Someone should be available full time for that. So yeah, so unfortunately, nothing in plan even in near future.
Okay, thank you. And I've got a second question, because we are waiting the baby, so I don't know how can I continue. It is possible that if I start with you and then I solve everything with the child will be born, it is possible to continue to the next course, and when I finished in the previous course, or what do you think is better to start maybe next year on the
Yes, it is better to start next year, because the course is intensive. It is for people who want to start and then just land a job, nothing in between. You start and land a job, that's it.
Okay.
So it's okay to start a little bit late when you are 100% available, but I would not recommend you to join and take break and then continue. So which is practically not good.
Okay, and what is your plan about full stack developer regarding next year? Will be this position open?
Yeah, so yes, full stack web development will be open again in spring as well.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, every fall and spring, full stack web development will be open without a doubt. So you will get option every 6 months.
Thank you. So should I sign in now, or it is enough maybe on January or February?
Yeah, I think I mean, you know better according to your situation. If you think you can continue next 1 year with us, you can join now. But if you think it is possible, it is not possible to continue next 1 year with us, then you should join in spring.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi Jagdish, I'm Pooja. I just have a doubt about so if we find the job of our own, do we need to pay the fees?
Yeah, I mean, after joining, I mean, if you don't join us, if you find a job on your own, you don't have to pay, of course.
No,
But
I'm asking like after the course,
yeah,
all
I'm just
the
kidding. I understood your question. I was joking. So once you join us, it doesn't matter if you get a job. I mean, as I said, our training and mentoring is mainly focused on helping you land a job on your own, actually.
yeah.
So we don't promise a job from
Yeah,
with
I
us.
know. I
Yeah,
know.
exactly. So
I'm asking like if we find on our own and we got a job offered,
yeah,
so then we should like pay the fee, or how is it?
yeah, exactly. So as I said, you will enter into our income share agreement with us once you uh, let me show. Yeah. So if we help you to do the job, when I say we help you, in the sense we hire you with our clients network, then you don't have to pay because clients pay us. But if you get a job on your own, you enter income share agreement with us. Based on your salary, we can discuss a decent percentage of your salary until you pay 100,000.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Anita.
Based on this question, I have a follow-up. Like, if
Yes.
I get a job like in other field, say for example, if I get a PhD,
Yeah.
then how should the agreement work?
So for example, if you have other plans, please don't join this program, because two reasons. One, you will deviate from your own plan, and you also take someone else's place. As I said, we only take less than 10 people per each batch, not more than 10. So if you join, someone else might lose the admission. Or let's say the lesser the group, the better it is for the mentor to focus on each individual. So if you join, the focus is also on you, and there will be a lot of time and efforts are invested on each individual. So that is why uh, only those who want to start career in IT and are full-time serious job seekers should join. Let's say, for example, you are from a HR background and now you decided to join us. But once you join us, you have to strictly focus on the career path that you have chosen. But you should not join us and then parallelly apply for HR jobs and apply for these jobs, because that is only not good for you. You will not perform, you will not give your best in both areas. Uh, and you might get job as an HR, then you have to leave us in the middle. Then you are liable to pay because you are leaving for your personal interest, not because of any valid reason. uh, yeah, so what I recommend anyone, if you are in the middle of some process or if you are in middle of some other plans, finish that part, and if it works, good for you. But if it doesn't work, then you can come and join, because you always have option to join with us as long as you satisfy our basic requirements. But if you are in dilemma and if you think that you can get a job on your own without any training and mentoring, you should not join. If you think you can get a job in other domain like HR, finance, or healthcare, some other, you should try that. You should give your best in that instead of coming here and becoming part of some team and yeah, learning something new and building profile and then suddenly quit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Tanuja. I got your mail. Lakshmi, I also got your mail. I would recommend you to directly send a message to me if you're if you don't want to share your mail to everyone. Okay, Mandira asked a question about SAP BODS. Sorry, I will just read the comments first and I will answer some because there are some questions. So SAP BODS is strictly for people who already have some experience in the past and who have some knowledge of SAP. I mean, it doesn't have to be working experience. It can be something like you have self-length or you have some knowledge and you are so sure that you want to start your career in SAP BODS or SAP related areas. Then only you should select that option. You can apply through the form or you can also send me a mail. Yeah, hope that answered your question, Mandira.
Jagdish,
Yes.
I have worked as SAP BI developer before.
Okay. Okay. So
That's why I got an interest by seeing SAP BODS.
yeah,
It's
sure.
almost relevant.
Sure. Then, as I said, we are only considering maximum 5 applications for SAP BODS, but everyone should have some knowledge or experience in SAP. Then only we will take. Otherwise, we will not take.
I have like 1.5 years of experience in SITA.dev, so
Great.
does it work?
Yeah, it works, completely works. So
Okay, I can choose that option.
yes, so you can apply through the Join Academy form. If you have already applied, we will fund it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So Pooja asked, I would like to know again if we find a job on our. Okay, yeah, I think I answered that part. If I plan on some vacation, I answered that part. How long to pay after getting a job? Humira asked. It completely depends on each individual. Let's say, for example, based on your experience and all, you got some really good salary, 40 to 45,000 per month. The duration of pay will be shorter because the monthly percentage will be higher. But if you got some very low payments, some 20, 25, which is not low actually, but comparatively low when you compare it with 40, 45, then we will take less percentage so that you will have to pay longer. So uh, all in all, we want to give a smooth experience where you enjoy your salary, and because you will appreciate all the efforts, but once you get the job, you want to enjoy your salary rather than paying someone. It doesn't matter who it is. That's why we want to keep it like that. So it completely depends on each individual, mainly depends on the salary that you got. And how much do we have to pay once we get the job? Vamsi Priya asked, it's 100,000 the tuition fee is. But yeah, as I said, you don't have to pay 100,000. I mean, of course you can pay, we will be happy to take, but you have the flexibility to pay in installments. Course is only for people who stays in Sweden. Yes, Ravi, I answered that already. I completed my master's in Pragati asked, I completed my master's in computer science and moved to Sweden. No, I'm interested in designing, so I want to take up UI UX. You can obviously take Pragati. There is no problem with that. I engaged in data science and machine learning. I'm not. Okay, okay. Ahmad Salim asked, hi, I live in Sweden. I want to start studying for QA. I started to study a course on Udemy, but I don't think it's enough. What do you suggest to me to do in the next step? The next step, join us, Ahmad, and you will get the best training. So we really have a very good team for QA. So you will get everything that you need to land a job. So plan to be okay. I mean, I think I have okay. Thamanesh, Thamara Selvi asked. Thamaria Selvi asked. I have 1 year experience in PHP, but with 4 years gap now. Okay, it doesn't matter how much gap you have, what educational background you have, what professional background you have. If you observed, I did not talk much about qualifications and prerequisites to join our academy. That's because we have completely different people, different age groups. People over 40, we had people who just finished masters, we had people who never worked, only finished their academics, got married, had kids, and a decade passed, and now they want to start career. It's their first ever job. They had no idea what IT is. We have all kinds of people. So it doesn't matter. As I said, we only check 3 things: your educational qualifications. Sorry, when I say your educational qualifications, a minimum basic graduation, not more than that. And mainly your communication skills, where you can speak decent English, not superb English for sure. And then your availability, you are available for all our training programs, training schedule, which happens mainly between 9 to 4 p.m. And finally, a valid working visa status that allows you to work in Sweden. These are the 3 main checks. Other than that, we don't check anything. So you know better your situation. If you are looking opportunities in other field, please don't join us. It's not good for you because you will end up putting your legs in 2 places. And if you're not 100% serious, or getting a job in IT in Sweden is not your highest priority, okay, don't join us. Or you can get a job on your own. You don't need help. Sure, you can. I mean, it's possible. Not everyone gets a job in Sweden, gets through SITA, right? So everyone can get a job on their own. But we only take people who think that a structured learning, proper guidance would help them, or make their journey faster. Okay, Krishna Priya asked, hi, I have IT background but no work experience. So I want me to learn and try and improve myself, which will help me to get a job in Swedish market. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I covered all the answers that are asked in the chat. So if
I'm
anyone
sorry,
has...
may I have the last question?
Yes.
If I'm able to have free time for SITA Academy during the work days from 9 to 4 o'clock, it's up to me if I'm also working, but my work will be after 4 o'clock. It is possible?
Unfortunately, no. If you are working full-time or part-time, then if you're working full-time, then there is no way you will get admission. If you're working part-time, then we will have to discuss and understand the work nature of your part-time, how many hours per week or per day you spend, and what are the timings. Once we get all those details, then only there is a possibility of considering the admission. Otherwise, if you're working full-time, it is not possible, because after a couple of months, you should be available for minimum of 4 months minimum of 4 hours for just training sessions, meeting and mentoring sessions. So it is practically impossible for you to give the time for your learning here.
So if I understood correctly, that means that from 9 to 4 o'clock, I have to be available for you, and also plus another 4 hours for homework. Do I understand correctly?
Yes, yes. So the homework part, tasks part is completely up to you when you want to do it. But between 9 to 16, minimum 4 hours, you must be available for the training sessions and meetings.
And do you have some students that they are able to do all the tasks from the 9 till 4 o'clock, or from your experience, you see that your students needs also another 4 hours after 4 o'clock?
As I said, it is not mandatory that you must do before 4 o'clock. You can do whenever you want. What is mandatory is being available for the training and mentoring sessions during 9 to 4 p.m. is mandatory. So the tasks, assignments you can do in your free time. It is not like you must do on the same day before 4 p.m. You can do it night, next day, during the weekend. So that is different. Actually, we are talking two different things, and we are clubbing.
Okay, thank you. So if I'm able to do my work on weekend, or because I can move some things, and it's something like part-time job, I can attend. Yeah, that's right.
Let's do like this. So if you already have the mail, you just reply to it. We'll book a meeting and we'll understand your situation so that I can guide you properly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So anyone has any questions?
Yeah. Hi, Jagdish. This is Shilpa.
Yeah, Shilpa.
So I have a question that I'm currently pursuing learning Swedish at SFI.
Okay.
So my classes are every day till 12 o'clock.
Okay.
But yeah, of course, I have the entire month of August, and I think the sessions start in 1st September, as you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I also wanted to understand that although I filled the form, I've already submitted.
Yeah.
We surely there has to be some conversation, because I come from a very different background, that is non-IT background.
Yeah.
And I'm exploring this side of field, that is IT field, primarily because in HR, of course, the language skill is a mandate in Sweden.
Yeah.
Everywhere, fluent Swedish. I mean, not even a basic level. I don't know what level they're expecting, but yes, very fluent written and oral, which is a barrier to this role. So yeah, so I have although filled the form, but yes, with that conversation, the mentoring part, I would like to further understand what would be suitable in case I look for this opportunity.
Sure. So what you can do, you will receive a mail after this meeting. You can just reply to that mail saying you are interested, and then there, as I said, we can have a counseling session. Based on that, you can come to a decision. So I just want to make it clear to everyone that just because you replied to the mail saying you are interested doesn't mean that you must join us. You have all the options to make the decision on your own. So basically from our side, we will only give you all the information that you need to join, and who is SITA best suitable for, who is SITA is not suitable for, all the information we will give based on our experience, past 3 years of experience. Then you are the one who makes the decision and who agrees to join. So you can have as many sessions as you want to clarify all the things after this meeting.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions, anyone? Or we reached to the end? Okay, then if no questions, then I guess thanks everyone for joining, and thanks for your patience for listening in and listening to others' questions and answers. So as I said, you all will receive a mail after this meeting. I will also share the recording of this meeting so that you can listen to it again. But don't worry, you can ask any question you want to clarify. You can write it in the mail. You can list out, if you have, let's say, 50 questions, you can list out all the 50 questions and write it in a mail. We will answer every single question so that you can make an informed decision. Yeah, that's all. So thank you for sparing your Saturday morning time. I wish you all a nice rest of the weekend. Maybe see you all in some other meeting or some other time, or in one-on-one meetings in the next steps. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Jagdish. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Ravi, you can send a mail.
Yeah, I already sent Jagdish. I'm waiting for your reply.
Yeah, I'll reply. Yeah.
Thank you, Jagdish. Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.